Was ist der geschichtliche Augenblick, was ist passiert, weshalb man sich diese Ausstellung ausgedacht hat? Was war der wahrscheinlich der historische ausschlaggebende Punkt? Genau.
Yeah, this year we are celebrating the 100th year of the introduction of the women's vote in Germany, but not only in Germany, also in other European countries. Well, for us as curator, it was important to show the activists behind the fight for women's rights, because I think that the personal histories of those women are important, especially to understand what they were fighting for, what situation they were in. Well, during the Kaiserreich, women had almost no rights. They had no rights to study in Germany at the time. For example, Anita Augsburg was a German feminist, and she had to go to Switzerland to study, but also concerning the household or marriage. Women who were married had the least rights, because all their fortune was under the right of her husband. So every fortune she brought into the marriage, she lost at the moment of the signature of the marriage. So this goes also for the right to her children. As soon as the marriage was divorced, she had no more rights upon her children.
Tell me something about your story. How do you come to be curator of this place? What is your background?
Okay. Well, actually, I studied in several places, like in Germany, for example, in Constance, in Berlin, but also in Istanbul and in Israel. So actually, I am a philosopher, and I studied political theory. So this is something that is not very common, but gives me the possibility to check into many different parts of thoughts, from sociology to history to philosophy. So I am, I have a potpourri in my mind. Well, in the beginning of the movement, the legal situation was that women were not allowed to engage in political parties and political organizations. So they had not the right to be a member of a political party or to take part in political meetings. So they had to organize as cultural or arty committees, and not to show their political attempts. Only after the change of the legal status in 1908, they had the right to be part of political parties. Well, the only party who supported the women's attempt to the right to vote was the Social Democratic Party. August Bebel, one of the leaders of the Social Democrats, was one of the four speakers for the women's right to vote. They already introduced it in their party program in 1890 around. Well, the rest of the society was, I would say, they were several reform attempts at that time. There was not only the women's movement, but there was also the workers' movement. So around 1900, there were many attempts for change of the society. Of course, those who were in power, they had no interest in changing the power situation, actually. For example, those who worked at the universities, the academics, they wrote academic articles about how women were not able to do politics. So there was this elite who tried to deny women's votes or women's capabilities, and on the other hand there was a broad movement to change society.